Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. And you're tuning in for round 10 of the Super Touring Car Championship, Season 1. And, yeah, I'm listening to myself now. What's the point? Yeah, and we're at Grand Prix. We're at Brands Hatch. That's how we say it over here in Blighty. We're at Brands Hatch. We're at Brands Hatch for the GP track, the long one, not the kidney bean. It's the GP one. And even so, these Group 3 cars, it's suicide, I tell you. It's suicide going in with such a twisty and awkward track with these Group 3 cars. We know their back ends don't like to sit straight. So in the chat then we've got Madalinsky saying, my man Thingy, what's up? Good to hear you. Yeah. On the waves again. Coming at you like Cleopatra. Oh, yeah. And the Baz is in the chat. Hello, Baz. Saying, hey, buddy, already the last round. Time flies when you're having fun. It's been a cracking championship. I vote that we do it again straight away. Just nerf the Peugeots and get it re-signed up for Season 2. Let's just bounce Season 2 straight off of Season 1. No dilly-dallying around. What's the point? All right, anyway. So, it's round 10. I don't even know why I'm going to bother, but I'm going to. So, what is the Stcc for the 10th time? The Super Touring Car Championship is our take on the iconic Super Touring era of 1990s BTCC, using selected Group 3 versions of family cars. Qualifying will set the grid for both races, with the sprint being a reverse of qualifying results. They'll qualify for 10 minutes, they'll have a 35-minute sprint race, they'll have an 35-mile sprint race and a 85-mile feature race, and they will be using 2 compounds for this round. Right, tables. Oh no, there's 2. What do you want? What do you want from me, eh? What do you want from me? Do you want the full one or do you want the dropped one? Shall we go dropped? Because time is short. We're going dropped. If you want to see these such things, there are ways. I'm not sure actually. I don't know if anyone can just look at the tables. I used to say go to our website, come to our Discord, but the tables are posted in the actual channels of the race, and I think you need to be entered into the race to be able. So you might not be able to ever see these tables. This might be the only chance. You'll never know what the full table was after round 9, because I'm going for drops. Read there. Oh gosh, hello. So at the top of the table is Matt Psycho on 233 points, and in second place is Haza on 222 points. Now that surprises me. I thought it was going to be closer than that. Homesick Alien in third on 191 points, with Shiren in fourth. Is this only 1 drop score, or is this 2 drop scores? Yeah, 2 drop scores, I believe. So, okay, well, we'll start again. So, Matt Psycho at the top with 233 points. Haza in second on 222 points. Homesick Alien in third on 191 points. Shiren is fourth on 169 points. Fifth for Snorlax on 138 points. Sixth for Ensign Hewitt on 137 points. Oh, that's tight, isn't it? With Snorlax and Ensign Hewitt. Koikarp seventh on 131 points. He's tight in there as well. The Bazza in eighth. Bazza, I can hear ringing for some reason. It's weird. Bazza is in 8th on 107 points. Madalinsky is in 9th on 100 points. Mrs. Guesty is 10th on 91 points. Pat is 11th on 89 points. Harvey is 12th on 76 points. Kimi Räikkönen is 13th on 38 points. Jokers is 14th on 37 points. Flashman is 15th on 24 points. Silverstar is 16th on 19 points. Those near the bottom have only taken part in 1 or 2 rounds at best. Right, so we've done the table. We've done everything, haven't we? It's very tight. Well, Haza wasn't here last week. Is he here this week? That's the big question. If not, it's a slam dunk for Matt Psycho, and we'll congratulate him now. So, Snorlax is here. He is present. We are at time for qualifying. The Binks in the chat saying, evening thingy, off work, ill, boo-hoo. I'm curious, since when has the Peugeot been a family car? Haha. I said that last week, so it's only two-door. Snuck in there, didn't it? But it was free choice. No one wanted to choose it. Apparently it wasn't the first choice. Mazda's maxed out straight away. And yeah, I don't think people jumped on that Peugeot. It just turned out to be a bit of a surprise package this season. But yeah, I think if there is a STCC season 2, I would imagine it will be nerfed. So we've got Snorlax present. Can I have your attention, please? Ensign Newer is present. Tick. Mrs. Guesty is present. Tick. And the Halfmeister is on there, the 4 on the track. Then we've got the Alien in the pits with the Baz, Matty Psycho, and Madelinsky's in the house. Nice. And Koikart, but no Haza. No Haza. Haza-san. Oh, what's the matter, mate? So we're just prepping. We're virtually there on the edge of qualifying. Homesick Alien edging us at the moment. Having a tinkle on his winkle. Ooh, 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 hang on. In car, we might get a start. No, I think he's just having a chill. He's just chillaxing out on the grid, somewhere in the middle of Kent. Just chilling, you know. That's what Snorlaxers do. Right, I only did the race yesterday, and I think Snorlax had a cracking one, but I can't quite remember where he finished. I think it was a Peugeot whitewash again. Oh, he's revving. I reckon he's going to do a jump start. No, he's just playing with his... There we go. Nice release, bruv. That's the kind of start he'll be looking for into that first corner. That first corner's so close, dudes. So close that first corner is to the start when they come hurtling down, and it's not a proper lap, but we're gonna get a spin. Nice. Snorlax, who knew you had it in you? A little entertainer. You usually go to Ensign for the halftime entertainment, and I do believe he was really good last time we were live. Now we're getting the ready signs. 1R in there. Not options are all over the place. Snorlax is a G-man. He wants it. Ensign saying, staying true. Although the real call is, oh, what's Matty Psych? Meh, just won the championship, so yeah, all right, if you want. Mama Sykes in the chat saying, hello guys, hi thingy. 5s across. Oh, fingers crossed, Matthew. They're crossed that she spelt fingers 5ers. So she definitely has got her fingers crossed because she couldn't type it. So fingers crossed, he's won. He's done. Haza's not shown up. I think that's it. I read the drop scores and he's ahead. So big, huge congratulations to Matt Psycho. Well done. Let's wrap this up then, boys. Come on, we can have a bash on No Man's Sky, can't we? Oh, we're going to do it. There's still positions to be played for, isn't there? Snorlax and Ensign have got to have their big showdown, and Koikart wants to be ahead of them to get some more points. So there's plenty of battling out there yet. Shirino's not turned up, and nor has Shiren, so I'm disappointed. I really like Shirino. Just as I'm just getting into a new name, found a new nickname to play with, they bugger off. Maybe it's the nicknames that make them bugger off. Who knows? Let's hope not. So, Snorlax looking for a good result at this round ahead of Ensign Newer, and he doesn't want to let Koikart get a sneaky one. Koikart's got quite a few points to make up those 6 points. He'd need Ensign and Snorlax to have 2 rotting races for him to be able to gain positions out of this. But yeah, Homesick Alien. There's only been 3 winners, I think. We were trying to work it out, me and Pat together, locked into the stat board. And it's definitely been mainly Peugeots that have won, but Homesick Aliens won 2 sprint races, and Sharen's won a race. I'm not sure if Snorlax won a race last week. This is the thing, this is the question. No, because Peugeot's won everything. So, yeah, I think Homesick's got 2 wins out of the sprint races at Nürburgring and Bathurst. Nürburgring because it was wet, and Bathurst because he is unbeatable at Bathurst, even in a Tesco's trolley. So they've all started their flying laps now. Matt Psycho, for one last time, one last hooray in the pug, and it possibly could be the last time we see it in the Stcc. So, and I'm not taking anything away. Thank God we had 2 of them with 2 very fast drivers in, because we've had some epic battles between the Peugeots. I'm not knocking in any way the Peugeots. It was a surprise to everyone, I think, that they were that much. I don't even know if they're faster or it's just better handling or what, but they just seem to come out of the box real quick. But we've had some epic battles this season between Haza and Matt Psycho, so the Peugeots haven't ruined anything. It's not been like an F1 season with Max winning everything. We've had some absolute ding-dongs between Matt Psycho and Haza, epics, go down in VRC history. But yeah, it's just the other guys didn't get a chance at some wins. Oh, Mama Psych saying you can't beat VRC and mince pies. I tell thee what. Oh, have you got a bit of warmed up cream on those mince pies? Because then you're really talking. So they're coming in now. The times are coming in, and Homesick Aliens so far on pole position with Snorlax in second, Matt Psycho third fastest so far. Sorry. Mrs. Guesty in fourth. The times are still coming in though. No, someone else has just jumped in there. Is it Snorlax? Oh, Koi Carp bringing his A game to the Brands. And yeah, going third fastest ahead of Matt Psycho, fourth fastest. Then we've got Mrs. Guesty fifth fastest with, oh, we've moved again. Ensign Ewer in that battle with Snorlax has now slipped it into third. So I think that's everyone who's done a run now, so we can safely get through this without it changing again. So Homesick Alien is on pole for the time being with, I think they call it provisional pole in the biz, the professionals. I say he's on pole for the time being. There you go. That's the difference. That's chalk and cheese. So Homesick Alien has provisional pole, if you want to be professional about it. Snorlax is in second. Ensign Ewer is in a third spot with Koi Carp fourth. Matt Psycho fifth, but he's just about to cross the line and change everything and go pole. Boom. So Koi Carp's fifth. Mrs. Guesty sixth, and she crosses the line no faster than the time before. The Baz is seventh with Madalinsky in eighth in the Lexus. Madalinsky coming up towards the line. Is it faster? Oh, it looks faster. It is. Puts him up to sixth ahead of Mrs. Guesty. And the Halfmeister in the Beamer being harried there, it looks like, by Koi Carp. And it's a weird one because you shouldn't overtake in qualifying unless someone obviously lets you by, but it's such a tight track, it's a struggle to find space. But at the moment, Halves going faster than he's gone before, and he has to ignore Koi, and it is down to Koi to sort of back off. I mean, again, Halves going faster again, and it does look like Koi has now backed off him. No, maybe not. I think they're in chat together. I'm pretty sure Harvey is one of the guys in the chat. Most of them are in chat. I think Ensign, Bazza, Matt Psycho. Oh, Bazza's off the track, but Halves is still cracking on. So I'm assuming these two are in the chat. So Koi, he's not harrying him, I believe, if he's chatting to him. Probably helping him along, trying to push him through a good lap. Doing a bit of tutoring, 5.4 seconds up for the Halfmeister at the moment, going down the straight. And I mean, he's done really well, because Koi, he would be really distracting me, and Coy goes into the pits. But there goes the halves, and he stays ninth, half a second. He lost a bit of time in that last sector there. But Harvey getting very close there to Mrs. Guesty. So Matt Psycho, pole position so far, with Homesick Alien in second, some 0.3 off. He's just been in to put a fresh set of rubber on. Is Hyundai, sorry. And he's out to try and get that pole position back. Can he find 3.5? 0.2 behind him, or just over 0.2 behind him, is Snorlax. And it looks like he's, I don't know, he's not done just 2 laps, so he must have quit out and come back in again. I don't know if you can do that. I suppose you can go straight to pits, and it'll get rid of all your lap times. I'm not sure. Matt Psycho goes faster, widens the gap between himself and the Alien to 0.7. Ooh, wipeout. Na. He goes so fast he can't keep up with the car. And Homesick Alien then. Can he find 0.7? We were talking 0.3 earlier, but now 0.7. That's huge. That is huge. He's 100th up on his time, and I just don't think that time is there. But that Peugeot going out shows you how fragile they are. I mean, that's why people didn't want to choose them. I think the back end is quite fragile on the Peugeot, so it may be head and shoulders above some of the other guys, some of the other cars out there, but it's fragile. It's fragile to drive. It doesn't like curbs, as it showed at Bathurst, and it looks like it's got a bit of it's fast but brittle here. So Matt Psycho is going to have his eyes on stalks, and he's going to have his cat reflexes on. He's got to put his hat with the cat reflexes on. So Homesick Alien, we were watching, he was purple at one point, then went back to red, I'm pretty sure. So let's see how close he can get to a Matt Psycho, if it is ahead or behind. And he goes slower than he has gone before. How is Snorlax getting on? He's on an outlap. Ensign Hewitt hasn't pitted, it seems, yet. He's just done his fastest lap of a 24.3, and he's 2.5 behind. There's only 1 point between Snorlax and Ensign Hewitt coming into this round. It's very tight, very tight. Koi Cup has parked it for some reason, and Harvey has gone faster again. He's gone ahead, wow, by 0.8 of a second. No, sorry, Harves is ahead. Look how tight it is down here, with 7th, 8th and 9th being 200ths of a second. Harvey is ahead of Madalinsky. Madalinsky is 0.8 of a second ahead of Mrs. Guesty. Wowzers. Who's closest to the line? Mrs. Guesty is she on a run? We will soon find out. I'll have a sip of my brew. It's a bit hot though, I reckon. It's a little warm, but we'll persevere, you know. We'll put our big boy pants on and try and deal with the heat. So she's 1.9 down on her own time at the moment. We're on the final lap already. Wowzers. So Madalinsky aiming for the half there. Koikarp's parked it. And it's half a second that Bazza has got to find on Ensign Hewitt on this lap. Can he do it? There we go. Snorlax has crossed the line. He went faster, but just not fast enough. He was very close, though, to the Alien. Homesick Alien crosses the line. Nothing doing for him. Matty Psycho into the pits. So Ensign Hewitt and Bazza's showdown. Harvey goes faster. He stays in 7th at the moment. And Madalinsky doesn't look like he goes faster. He's gone over the line. Ensign Hewitt goes faster, but not by very much. And it's the Baz crossing the line. Can he do the Ensign? No, he cannot. In the end, so it looks like we've got Matt Psycho on pole for the feature, last for the sprint race. Homesick Alien in 2nd or 8th. 8th for this first race, 2nd in the next race. Snorlax, I'm not doing it. He's starting in 7th for the sprint, or 3rd for the feature. Engineer will be starting 6th in the sprint and 4th in the feature. Bazza, I think, is he staying 5th and 5th, isn't it? He could be 5th and 5th in both races. Koi Carp starting 4th in the sprint and 6th in the feature, with the Halfmeister starting in 3rd in the sprint, 7th in the feature. Hey, I'm getting good at this. Madalinsky starting 2nd in the sprint, and hey, look, it only took 10 rounds for me to get my head around it. 2nd in the sprint and 8th in the feature, and Mrs. Guesty will be starting pole in the sprint and 9th in the feature. Cracking stuff done there by the guys. The guys done well for the last time this season. Is it going to be this year? I think, well, yeah, for Stcc for sure this year, but I think this might be the last racing we're having this year, because I've not seen no bubblings of races coming together, and that's good, because No Man's Sky are doing like a redux of all of the expeditions throughout the year, and I've done one and I'm halfway through another, so busy times in the world of No Man's Sky. So Snorlax, 9, oh, it's so close, so close. Oh, there we go, we're finally there. Oh, we can look at the results again. Here we go. So Matt Psycho with a 1:23.190 is on pole by 7/10. Homesick Alien 23.9. Snorlax getting a 24.0. Enseneur with a 24.3. Bazza with a 24.9. Koi Carp with a 25.2. Harvey with a 25.5. And Madalinsky with a 26.0. And Mrs. Guesty with a 26.0 also. Very tight between herself and Madalinsky. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be cray-cray going into that first corner. I tell thee all. There will be craziness happening for sure as they head down to that first corner. And it's going to be fearful to watch now. It says it's starting. Here we go. We go to spectate. We go to display all. We take the driver names off. We are set. Who said that? So waiting for the lights to go here for the final sprint race of the season. The lights are on. Mrs. Guesty is prepped and ready to go, and here we go. The rush down to the first corner. Mrs. Guesty looks like she's got it nailed. And the Halfmeister pulling one up the inside of Madalinsky. A little touch there, but it's fine. No, Madalinsky comes back down the hill. But Harvey has got that inside line. And it's going to be tight between the Beamer and the Lexus. And it's still side by side between Madalinsky and the Halves. And the Halves, they're giving each other as good as they can get. And Madalinsky does finally take second place from the Halfmeister, and the Halves coming back again in the BMW up the inside, feeling very brave. He's on the soft tyres. What's Madalinsky on? Also the soft tyres, and there you go. Halves got his testicles out, and they were bigger than Madalinsky's in that corner. Behind, though, we have Snorlax ahead of the Alien, but the Alien having a close look at Snorlax. Insinua in 6th, and Bazza, a bit of a gap already, and Matt Psycho is with Koi Carp not making, oh god, what have I pressed? Come on. Koi Carp not making much headway on lap 1. Looks like a bit of a gap, maybe an incident there. Mrs. Guesty leads, meanwhile, whilst the Halfmeister is ahead, and Madalinsky is in 3rd spot. Madalinsky having a look at Harvey, but he just hasn't got the edge there through that corner, and he has to be careful. He's got Snorlax very close behind. as they head towards, and Snorlax, it's Lexus on Lexus action out there. And this is what Halves needs. He needs these. Oh, Ensign Newer's back end just bounced away from him there. And Bazza comes through as they all make avoiding action. And Ensign just has to wait for the field to go by. And luckily the field isn't that big today, so he doesn't have to wait that much. And there is Mrs. Guesty leading from the... and in that we missed Madalinsky. Madalinsky slipping down 2 places. Oh, what Snorlax and the aliens slip on through, and Madalinsky now in 5th in the Lexus, with Bazza up into 6th, Matt Psycho now in 7th spot, and Koikarp in 8th, as Ensign Newer losing big points on Snorlax at the moment, I want to point out. It's a shame, I know. Is he on mediums? No, he's on softs. Is the whole field gone soft? No, Snorlax is mediums. Interesting. I don't know how, but it will be interesting come the feature race when he doesn't have to use medium tyres and everyone else does. That's when it'll be interesting, trust me. And the half is going for a move. Oh, it's late. It's a very tricky corner to get a move on. You've got to get it precise, and he's got it done. He's got it done, and he's got ahead. And Mrs. Guesty trying to protect her line from the Lexus, but the Lexus is coming through as Harves goes wide into the kitty litter, and Snorlax takes the lead of this race as Harvey gets out of the way. And Homesick Alien looks like he had to make avoiding action there and losing ground to the top 3. Mrs. Guesty in 2nd spot behind the Lexus, and Madalinsky's back in play. Put me in, coach, I'm ready. He's on the attack to Mrs. Guesty, and the medium tyres, it has to be said, on Snorlax's car, working wonders. And now Madalinsky finds his way through and up and into 2nd. Here we go. And further down we've got Homesick, Bazza and Matty Psycho all in a bunch of roses, as Homesick Alien leads the little bandits along. And Matt Psycho now ahead of the Baz, with Koikarp in 7th, the Halves in 6th after he met the kitty litter, and Ensign Newer now has someone to play with. Snorlax leads. It's only lap 3 of 15, so let's not get ourselves excited. Matt Psycho already up into 4th. Oh no, Madalinsky slipped back. Behind the alien. Mrs. Guesty now choking on Matt Psycho's exhaust fumes. This is a cray race, with Snorlax pulling out a healthy lead on the rest of the field, with Homesick Alien in 2nd, and now the Peugeot goes for a move on the 2nd Lexus, and he pulls it off nicely. Well done. Always nice to watch you pull it off, Matt. I always enjoy seeing Matt pull one off. It's brilliant. Bazza is in 5th place, with Guesty in 6th, Koikarp in 7th. Oh, Koikarp going for the long way round. Mrs. Guesty, but she's holding firm in all the right places. Oh, although she had a little nibble with the apex there, and that gave Koikarp the opportunity he needed to send that Mazda right on through. And there you go, pulls over into the braking zone. Very brave. Could have got punted then. And oh, they're both off without touching each other. But Mrs. Guesty keeps it together a little bit better, gets momentum, and she's back ahead of Koikarp. And Ensign Newer's got more people to race. I bet you thought when his back end went in Paddock Hill Bend, that was it. That was the last of Ensign of racing, and it looks like Scary Rambo, the Halfmeister, has dropped back somewhat in the very sketchy BMW. But Snorlax at the moment 2-second lead on Homesick Alien at 25.3. Now these soft tyres will be getting nice and lively now, so Snorlax it's not a done deal for him, with Homesick Alien and Matt Psycho baying for blood, chasing him down. It's like the antelope just skipping through the plains, quite happily, unaware, blissful, one would say, blissfully happy, skipping along in its own little world, la 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 la, life is great, and then lurking behind the other predators. And they're single file, downwind from Snorlax as they bay on their prey. And but they can turn on each other. Matt Psycho would like to be just as close ahead of Homesick as Homesick would be of Snorlax, and this is the key for Snorlax's success. As they are closing in on him, he is going to hope that they start fighting each other rather aggressively as well, because they're catching up with him rather quickly. But at the moment they're playing ball. Matt Psycho not attacking the alien, and he is deciding to wait. And we have seen that the Peugeot rather good on its tyres last round, so it could be. It could be. Mama Sai saying, what are you on, thingy? Caffeine and Red Bull. Coffee and Red Bull, I guess. So, Snorlax, that was my Richard Attenborough. I was vying for a natural history or not natural history, but like a nature programme job. That was my application. Snorlax then, just ahead now, and the Homesick Alien is close on call for the move. And Matt Psycho, I tell you what, I'm not on No Man's Sky, but hey. So Homesick Alien, it's all tight and twisty here. Oh my word, I know there are other cars in this race, but at the moment it's blistering here between Snorlax, who's on the medium tyres, remember, and that's why he is the prey, because he's got a weaker car. His medium tyres aren't as grippy as the predators of Homesick Alien and Matt Psycho. On the soft tyres, we're on lap 6 of 15, and them soft tyres aren't going anywhere, are they? Snorlax then, at the moment, he could bump up those wins. We could go up to 4 people, 4 different winners this season. Oh, the back end getting a little rock and rolly for my liking in Snorlax's Lexus. Oh, and again the back end's going a little slippy, and he's pushing to the limit of the Lexus, and Homesick Alien is right on his bumper now. And Pinko saying happily skipping along suddenly stops. What smells like lion? I tell you what smells like lion. It comes in the shape of a Hyundai, and it's just about to deal a devastating blow to the poor little gazelle or antelope, whatever I used, what analogy I used. And around the outside, showing off the grip that he has of abundance. No, it didn't work. There you go. But ooh, these are fast corners. It's a tricky corner to try and make a move in. And now the Peugeot is back in the action. And it's a train of 3 different manufacturers here on lap 7 of 15. Oh, kicking up a bit of dust there from Snorlax as these 3 cars do battle. My word, on board with Matt Psycho here as we see this glory. I know there's other. Madelinsky's up to 5th, my friends. Bazza's in 4th, Koikart 6th, Ensign in 7th, Mrs. Guesty in 8th, and Homesick Alien having another look at that outside line, and Matt Psycho may have found some whilst the Lexus defending. Matt Psycho around the outside of the pair of them, no, but Homesick Alien snuck through. He snuck through, and Snorlax now having to defend, and Matt Psycho knows what Snorlax was like in defence at the last race, but Snorlax now maybe struggling with those tyres. It looks like he's just not got the grip that he had. He's gone wide into that corner to try and get a good run down here because he knew that the Peugeot would be upon him, and no, the medium tyres have gone. But let's just remember, we've still got they're racing hard, are these two, Snorlax and Matt Psycho, going at it, giving Homesick Alien an opportunity to pull out a bit of a gap. But remember, they're on soft tyres. We're on lap 8 of 15. The sun is beating down on that track. The tyres may still play a part, although Snorlax absolutely kills his mediums as well. So Bazza's not that far behind these battling boys, but his soft tyres are pretty much torn up. Madelinsky then in the softs as well, chasing down the Baz. Then we have Koikarp and Ensign. It's called Koikarp. So Ensenua has had an absolute solid race, trying to pull this one back, but he's losing a lot of points to Snorlax. Mrs. Guesty in 8th place, and not that far ahead of the halves. So the halves still in with a shout here. Meanwhile, the Alien nearly a second ahead of Matt Psycho, and Snorlax looks pretty safe in that podium position. And he only has to just sit there, try and look after his tyres a little bit, and hope that these two tear their tyres up before the final flag. And there's still 6 laps to go, so there's every chance that the soft tyre may be absolutely scorched by the final lap. And Snorlax just has to keep them in sight, and there you can hear that squealing. That squealing it sounds great, but it's not good on the tyres. So all the squealing you can hear, again, more squealing from the pair of Homesick and Matt Psycho. And that is the nature of Brands Hatch. Very fast, tight corners. Not tight, but they're very fast corners, sorry, through that section. Matt Psycho then closing in on the Alien. Maybe the Alien lifting a little more, trying to look after the tyres. With I'm making too big of a deal about the tyres. It might happen. I'm not going to say any more, because it might not happen. Nothing may happen. I've said it before, where the medium tyre is going to come back at the soft, and it doesn't. So let's not go too crazy. Trying to build tension here. Homesick Alien going for a very defensive line, and he's lost the car. He's done an ensign. He's united it, and Matt Psycho takes the lead, and the Peugeot, from a slow start, is now leading this race, with Snorlax hoping the Peugeot kills its tyres. Baza finds himself in a podium position with Madalinsky in 4th, and a whole jumble of cars here. And Ensenua says to Homesick, "Hey bud, welcome to the Paddock Hill Club." And Ensenua, oh, Madalinsky's gone now as well. It's going absolutely crazy out there. Beyonce is shaking her stuff, saying it's getting crazy right now. Everybody's getting crazy right now. Did Mrs. Guesty get Madalinsky? No, Madalinsky got going and got gone, but he's got some damage. So Mrs. Guesty has something to aim at. More screeching. Oh no, it's a slippery track out there today here at Brands Hatch GP. They are slippery and slidey all over the place. So Matt Psycho, you can hear those tyres under the torture of Brands Hatch, and Mama Size in the chat saying chaos. It is chaos. And Snorlax in 2nd. He's got to be mindful that Matt Psycho may run out of tyres before the end of the race, but the Peugeot has been rather good on him so far this season. The Bazinator, his tyres not looking great, but he's got a good 6-second lead on Koi. And Koi in a good position as well. 4th place with Ensenua in 5th. But that's still a fair whack of people between him and the Snorlax. Homesick Alien in 6th. And Ensenua going a little wide there, giving Homesick Alien half an opportunity. But, oh, again, the Mazda's back end sliding around. And we saw that last round. Oof, his tyres are shot, ain't they, bruh? Those tyres are dead, bruh. So Ensenua cooking his tyres. Koi Carp's still got a bit of life in them, but not probably 4 laps worth of life in them. Homesick Alien's going to make an easy kill here, through up the inside in a very fast corner. And yeah, Ensenua had no defence for that one. He's got no grip. So Homesick Alien up and into 5th place. And there's Koi Carp just up ahead, whose tyres are in a worse state than the Aliens. And Baz is up to 2nd. Snorlax dropping down another position. My word. I don't know. We'll try. I forget about this. No, we don't get to see what it was. But yeah, somehow, some way, Snorlax slipping down the order. And Bazza finds himself in 2nd place. Lap 12 of 15. And hasn't the Baz already had a good showing in this? He's always good for one showing somewhere. So Baz in the Mazda, managing to stay on the road. One of the only guys. Him and Matt Psycho, I think. I don't know if Snorlax went off, in all fairness. But everyone's struggling to stay on the grey stuff here for the sprint race. Matt Psycho a 10-second lead in the race with 3 laps to go. But the race at the moment is between the Baz and Snorlax. Homesick Alien trying to catch up Koi Carp. He's a second off, and his tyres in a lot healthier state. Further back, we've got Madalinsky. We saw they had a bit of an issue. They're 12 seconds behind Ensign Europe, but only 2 seconds ahead of Mrs. Guesty. And she's just done her fastest lap of the race, looking after her tyres. And Madalinsky looked like he had an off there. The tyres are definitely going on the Lexus. And Mrs. Guesty needs no more invitation than that. A little bit of grass and mud chucked up in the air. And there she is on it. Oh my, I bet she's buzzing her boobies off. There's nothing better when you get right up close to a car and you don't know how close to get, and you don't know in the braking zone when they're going to brake. Remember, his tyres are gone. His tyres are gone. Mrs. Guesty, very good, very precise on the braking there. Sitting in the toe, she's going to wait for Paddock Hill. I bet Mr. Guesty is bouncing around the room. I bet he's like saying, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. She's saying, stop shouting in my ear. I'll do it when I'll do it. And a nice wide line coming down to Paddock Hill Bend and up to Druids maybe. Further back now on Madalinsky. Madalinsky driving his absolute pants off with no grip in that Lexus. Matt Psycho leads with Bazza in second, Snorlax still in third. We know Bazza and Snorlax are locked in battle, but this was looking feisty and we had to cut to it. But there's a gap appeared now between Madalinsky and Mrs. Guesty, but Madalinsky does struggle through them fast corners. We may have to stay. It's the grip that's the problem through Hawthorns and all of them lot. At the moment, doing very well in the Lexus. Looks like he's planted that one and got it all right. Beautiful stuff. We've got to go back and have a look at Baz. So it looks like this one has done, but I think there's more story in this race between Madalinsky and Mrs. Guesty here right now. But Madalinsky pushing the envelope, going faster than he's gone before. The Baz is still holding that second place, and I am itching to get and have a look. But it just feels like there's something going to go on here. And no, Madalinsky has got it together. He's pulled it together, and he's getting that Lexus working for him. So Bazza then, under pressure, as Queen once said, and Bowie, that is how he feels with Snorlax all up and in his business. Snorlax's tyres are looking absolutely tidy. How's Matt Psycho? But he's 14 seconds ahead. So even if his tyres died, he could get off, he could get out and push the car round the last lap. So this is the battle then, the Baz and Snorlax. Baz's tyres are worse for wear, but he's staying ahead of the Snorlax, and Snorlax must be aware that Homesick Alien, not only is he past Koi Carp, he's caught up with the battle for the podium. And Ensign also getting past Koi. So Koi, oh, his tyres are gone, he's got damage. It looks like he's had a bit of an off-road moment. Madalinsky's pulled it back up to a second between Mrs. Guesty and himself. And the Havermeister saying goodbye to the BMW in the best way that he knows how. So Matt Psycho starts the final lap, and what a season it has been for the Red Bull Peugeot driver. Unbelievable stuff. Having a very good, tidy car beneath him, but having to deal with the onslaught of the Flying Finn throughout the season. And who knows what could have been if Haza turned up for the final 2 rounds. But as it turned, I think Matt Psycho was beating him even before he left. I don't know if he left the championship or he just couldn't make the last 2 rounds. I don't know. I am clueless as to the whereabouts of our Finnish friend. But Matt Psycho has had a heart-fought season. Lots of wins. Lots of tears. And here he is showing. Oh, Snorlax is back up. Where's the Bazinator? My bloody God, I can't do anything right. Hey! Snorlax trying to fight off the alien and found himself sideways through the corner. Snorlax has been an absolute live wire throughout this season, and I've got to say I have very much enjoyed him driving that Lexus. There's Matt Psycho. He's crossed the line. Sorry, Matt. I'm usually good at that. Snorlax then coming around that final corner ahead of the Alien to take second place. And the homesick Alien getting a very fine podium. Take a boo, my son. Bazza gets fourth, could have been second, but I think the tyres killed him. Ensign Hewitt finished in fifth, Koikarp in sixth. Madalinsky stays ahead of Mrs. Guesty, even though the tyres were shot. And does a great job in the Lexus. Over the line in seventh spot. Great drive. And Mrs. Guesty coming home in eighth, ahead of the Halfmeister. And this BMW, I tell you, doesn't like ups and downs, doesn't like curbs, doesn't like accelerating. It's a tough cookie. It's a tough cookie to drive. Should come with a warning. So, and there is the Half taking ninth place. Cracking drive, cracking stuff. Nice job. Nice job, one and all. You've all done yourselves proud. Now let's have a look at Matty's bum. Give it a wiggle, Matt. Go on. You know you want to. Can you twerk, Matt? And a great win. A great win. I bet he laughed. I bet he giggled to himself when he saw the Alien go sideways in Paddock Hill. I bet he thought, oh, that's a disaster. Oh, that must have hurt. So let's have a look at the results of that race. Matt Psycho takes a glorious win in the Peugeot. And again, nearly looking like it's a Peugeot whitewash here at Brands Hatch GP. Snorlax in second spot. What a drive. What a drive. That's the drive of the day for me. I think Snorlax, he really planted it in there on the medium tyres as well, remember. And Homesick Alien on the Combat Kid coming back up into the podium after dropping it like it was hot in the middle of Paddock Hill. Bazza comes home fourth, could have been second, but the tyre just died on him. And had to slip back to fourth with Ensign Hewitt in fifth, and you can count those positions. He's away from Snorlax. That is saying bye-bye Snorlax in the championship table for Ensign Hewitt, I believe. With Koikarp in sixth, he needed to finish above both of those to have half a chance, and now he's got zero of a chance, I believe. Madalinsky in seventh, ahead of Mrs. Guesty. Them two had a bit of a tight one at one point. And Scary Rambo coming home in ninth in a very, very fidgety car. What is next, do we think? Right, it's been opened up. I tell you what, that looks a bit cloudy. That looks, we always have, oh no, I think we've done two sets, have we? No, just the one. The one before looked cloudy as well. And we can look at the weather, because it always looks the same. Never anything on there. Who said that? Oh, and I've got a good... Just give me a good 12 minutes this time. The Overlords have granted me 12 minutes break. Matt Psycho saying Paddock helped. Helped a lot for Matt Psycho. It would have been a tough fight for him. I think the Alien was ready to go all the way. All the way, I reckon. So, let's have a look then. Is there anyone out there? Snorlax could be out there. I don't want to go to track. I want to go spectate. He's sat in the pits. And, no, I'm not going to put any of that on, do we? Because we like to have it without. Like I've made that decision for you all. In the chat then, Mama Sight saying, well done, Matthew. Nice one, guys. Great racing, innit? Great racing. Good racing, guys. No one's on the track. Big Dan's usually our moment of entertainment. I don't know who to stick with. Snorlax might go out. Big Dan's more than likely go out. We always do Big Dan, though. I do feel bad. It's a lot of pressure on one man. The Baz? Halves. Snorlax. We saw a lot of Snorlax in that race, didn't we? Shall we go to the Baz? Or Matty Psycho? Didn't see much of his car, did we? Oh, decisions. I wish one of them would make it easy for me. There you go. You're watching Baz because he made it really easy. Kiki, see you soon. Take care. Oh, I've left them on. Don't want them on, do you? There we go. Drive good, Baz. Everyone's watching.
hoping for a battle with BZZ, but he's killing it tonight. Fire.
I'm back right on time. Look at that. Wow, 55 it says on my iPad. Boom, let's get this going. Race, the feature race. I'm ready. Wow, that was close. I was even tempted. I was hoping I was going to have a bit more time so I could make a cuppa. Coffee, who said that? I've not asked you to. I'm on stream. Asking someone on the stream to make us a cuppa, will you? Please. So, Madelinsky in the chat saying, I was hoping for a battle with Baz, but he's killing it tonight. He is. He's owning the brands of Hatch. Is the Bazinator. One to watch for the feature. Homesick Alien asking if we are ready. Are you ready? I'm ready. So for the last time this season, we'll see these cars going around for the last time maybe this year. I'm going to be coming at you. I don't know any plans, okay? So I'm not making any promises. So, you know, I wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings I bring to you and your king. And I really wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Should have saved that to the end, shouldn't I? I just popped in. I thought, hey. It's nice and sunny, isn't it? So it doesn't look like there's going to be a downfall here at the Brands Hatch GP track for the Group 3 cars of the Stcc Season 1. What a season it's been, and we have a champion. That is Matt Psycho. We'll see him in the Hall of Champions pretty soon, and it's a toss-up between Matt Psycho's Peugeot Red Bull livery or Ensign Newart's Mazda for me for livery of the year. There you go. See, we're killing them all. Who's the controller to get up to thingy? So just waiting. I think everything's as is. It's looking a bit dusky out there. Sun late in the sky already. I don't know if Brands has a night time. And the lights are on and it's away we go for the feature race of round 10, and Matt Psycho floors it and gets away quite nicely, and Snorlax sneaks one up the inside of the Alien there. So a cracking start from Snorlax of the Baz after having such an amazing feature. Oh, and Koi, was there a coming together? Was there a coming together? We will have a quick replay of the start there, and the Baz looking okay. He got side. I don't know. I think the Baz just got in Koi's way, and it looks like Koi's pulled over to wait for him. Very nice, man. Very nice, man. I don't know if Koi was the cause, but he did catch him whilst he was already on the slide. Matt Psycho then leads, and he started on the soft tyre Snorlax. Oh no, Snorlax now. It's a very cold track out there, and they are all struggling for grip. Matt Psycho then leads from Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien's on the medium tyre. Matt Psycho on the racing soft tyre. Ensign Ewer started on the medium tyre. And the Halfmeister is on the soft in the thick of the action in 4th place. Madalinsky up into 5th place now on a medium tyre. Mrs. Guesty sitting in 6th with the soft tyre, and then we have Snorlax on softs. He's got a long way to go now, and the Bazza on the mediums with, oh gosh, I'm pressing all sorts of buttons I shouldn't be pressing. Is Koika on the medium tyre. It's a long race, it's a lot to happen, and at the moment 2 seconds to the good is Matt Psycho leading this race. God damn it, it has to be the sexiest car we've seen in the Virtual Racers Club, hasn't it? This year, at least. It's a damn fine looking car. It really works. The chrome and the black, absolutely smashing stuff. And Matt Psycho killing it at the moment, with Homesick Alien in second, being hotly pursued by Ensign Ewer. And could it be that that championship is still alive between Ensign Ewer and Snorlax? One to keep an eye on. We thought Snorlax had put it to bed, but at the moment Ensign Ewer is absolutely owning it out there in the Mazda. But it did take a couple of laps, remember, for the soft tyres to liven up in the sprint race. So Snorlax has still got a lap or two before his tyres are at optimum, and he can go on the attack of the rest of the field. Baz as well, trailing quite far behind after the big one in the first corner on the first lap. Always a bummer when there's 35 laps to do. You don't want your race to be over in the first 300, 400 foot. Matt Psycho, Ensign Ewer sliding it through the corner there. It looked delicious. And yeah, Ensign is on a drift today. He's gone drift crazy. The Halfmeister is staying with the leaders on those soft tyres, and it is good to see. And yeah, Matt Psycho had 2 seconds, so he slipped up somewhere. He's lost a bit of time, and Homesick Alien has closed in within a second. Not quite in the tow zone though, and Ensign Ewer dealing with the bad air flow off of the Hyundai, making his car a little bit tough to handle in the corners. It looks like he's having to fight it, he does. And it's very nice when you can take them corners tight like that, but you get a bit of mud on your wheels, you lose out on a bit of grip in a corner or two. I think that's what happened to Homesick Alien in paddocks in the sprint race. I think he definitely went onto the apex and got 2 wheels on the mud, and I think when he got down to the middle of the paddock, his car didn't have the grip that he was expecting it to have, so he's staying way off that mud this time, is the Alien. And Matt Psycho pulling it back out again, going faster again. So yeah, he must have dropped a bit of time, taking it easier possibly than they were aware that the soft tyres really does play a huge part nowadays in the GT7 model. That first lap or two, you have to be rather tentative when you take it around, because the tyres can catch you out. So Snorlax at the moment chasing down the Harvey, the Halfmeister, the Harvey Warbanger, and Scary Rambo, known to many. And Snorlax now, it looks like his tyres are getting into the zone, and he's looking like he's got a lovely amount of grip. And again, he finds himself ahead of the other Lexus, the Hertz Lexus, chasing him down, and Madalinsky. And Mrs. Guesty, always in the periphery, always there, ready to fight. 7th at the moment, 5 seconds ahead of Coy. Coy did a 26.3 last time out. He's got himself ahead of the Baz, hasn't he? The Baz was ahead of him. So yeah, 28 for the Baz, not great. After his first race, the sprint race, 28.8 from Mrs. Guesty as well, so she's going to have to watch out because the Koi is absolutely chugging it at the moment. But he was cruel to his soft tyres in that sprint race, so Mrs. Guesty very kind to her tyres. She might be able to just fend off Koi Carp. 27.4 for Mrs. Guesty last time. Koi Carp doing a 25.4 though. He is definitely starting to pull her in, as Matt Psycho 23.6 and the fastest man of the race so far in the Peugeot, back up to 4 seconds. Where's he found 4 seconds? It's a 1:23 and a 25. I suppose it is nearly 4 seconds. My word. Home to Galian, shadowed by Ensign Ewart, cannot just shake off the Mazda, and the Hyundai not doing exactly what the Alien would like, and it's mediums versus mediums, and it shows the Mazda absolutely displaying some great speed and some mad skills in the drive. And it has to be said, his tail is almost sideways sliding in every corner, and Ensign Ewart somehow staying on top of the Mazda. But it's a tight rope that he walks, and the Alien going in. Wow, this is very early, it would seem. He's going to go to soft tyres, it seems, very early. Maybe he feels he can't fight Matt Psycho without the soft tyre, and now he's used the second compound up. It is just a go-in tyres. So he's not getting on with the medium tyre at all. But now he's got a lap or two of the soft tyre not being up to temperature, and he's got Mrs. Guesty chasing him down hard. Now, Mrs. Guesty, she was in that position, but she was being... Madalinsky's dropped back for some reason. Yes, Madalinsky's dropped a bit of time. Last lap out, he's dropped behind Mrs. Guesty. And Mrs. Guesty now is starting to shuffle up the order. But Madalinsky, we know he's very fast in that Lexus. And we can only guess and hope that he's going to come back at Mrs. Guesty, who is chasing down the Alien at the moment, who has just exchanged a set of very slow medium tyres for a set of soft racing tyres. So he's going to be on board and up and in the Halfmeister's business anytime soon. But the Halves doing some good lap times, and he is absolutely moving it. Snorlax. Oh no, we've caught Ensign Ewart in a moment in the final corner, and Snorlax now up and back into second spot as Ensign Ewart let the Mazda go a little wide in the final corner, and he saved it really well, because I've gone out there before, and you know what, it's tough to get it back on track. You just have to ride it out, but Ensign Ewart returned to track rather swiftly. So again, great driving, great. And I said he's walking a very tight rope there, a very fine line, and the Halves is there as well. Look at this, wowzers, beautiful stuff. Matt Psycho so far 9 seconds in the lead, and he's in a race of his own now. He's playing How Fast Can I Go? How fast can you go? How fast can you go? And he's going out in a blaze of glory. Bring on John Bon Jovi, and let's get the blaze of glory on the go. Going down in a blaze of glory. Lord, I never shed first, but I drew first blood. I know I'm so. Call me young gun. So yeah, Matt is absolutely blazing out there. Snorlax ahead and pulling away from Ensign Ewart. He is on those soft tyres, and if anyone can, Snorlax can chase down the Peugeot. But the Peugeot is on softs as well, and it is night and day between the mediums and the soft tyre, isn't it? It didn't seem like that in the sprint race. It seemed more even between the two tyre, but come the feature race, it really is a very huge difference between the mediums and the softs, it seems. The Halves is being caught by the Alien. It was 3 seconds, it's down to a second. Homesick Alien getting a 24.2 in straight away with those soft tyres. The Halfmeister going for the detour in that corner, going the wide way round, and he's going to be under some pressure pretty soon. His soft tyres are not at their optimum. They're a bit used. They're not dead, but they are used. And the alien is zeroing in on Scary Rambo, who's having a fantastic race. Let's see it be said. 8 laps of 35, and he is in the fight. Man alive, why didn't this happen in the sprint, you know? This is the kicker. This is the kicker with sim racing. If this was the sprint, we'd be only a few laps to the end, and he's sitting in 4th. But as it was, something occurred, and he ended up at the back. But he's having a solid race now here in the feature. So Matt Psycho leads this race by 11.5 seconds, absolutely destroying it. We're going to start calling him Matt Slayer, not Matt Psycho, Matt the Slayer of hopes, dreams, and sim racers. Snorlax in second place, the only other man, I think, on the softs. No, because Homesick Alien's got on the softs and Scary Rambo's on the softs, so ignore me. There's plenty of them on soft tyres. Ensign Ewart doing a fantastic job in third place on the medium tyre, again wide for the Halfmeister, giving the alien an opportunity, and he takes the opportunity, comes through, but it does look like Halves is struggling with grip now. Drive to your tyre, my friend, drive to your tyre. It's not great. You've got to start braking earlier. As the tyre depletes, you must back off. Look at him, 26.1. He's going faster than he's gone before, and he's pushing again, and the tyre will not thank him for it. Not one bit. Matt Psycho leading, still smashing 23s in, with Snorlax in second place, doing a superb job, but Ensign Ewart is shadowing him. He's playing shadow play with those medium tyres, and Snorlax's tyres will be going away from him pretty soon as well, I've got to say. We're on lap 10 of 35, and we saw those tyres dying after definitely 14 laps, wasn't it? They just raced at the sprint. 16 laps. I had so much fun, I lost count. So, well, but Snorlax, meanwhile, he's not going to go too deep in this race. Even Matt Psycho's looking after the tyres a little better. Snorlax has had to lean on his tyres to get through the crowd, but he's 4.6 seconds now ahead of Ensign. Ensign looks like he lost a bit of time that last lap, because Homesick Alien is zeroing in, and the Halfmeister also not that far behind. Mrs. Guesty, 6th place, and that battle between herself and Madalinsky did not come to fruition, does it? She's pulled away from Madalinsky at 26.3, Madalinsky at 26.8 last time around, and so Mrs. Guesty on the soft tyre, and she can make a soft set of tyres last. I think she did a one-stop last time out, and it was just a kicker because it was close. It was close. I even had to think about it after the race. Can you believe that? I gave thought to one of our pilots' races, and I just thought, shame she didn't start on the mediums, because I think if she put the softs on in the second half of the race, I think she would have had a shout at attacking those two stoppers that finished just ahead of her. Snorlax then into the pits, and Ensign Ewart up and into second place. No pit stop for the medium runner, and Homesick Alien really is chugging along. He's getting it back, isn't he? He's only 20 seconds behind Matt Psycho, so he's not really, he's lost time obviously, but probably would have lost more staying out on the medium. So it looks like it was a good move going in and getting those soft tyres on. Maybe Ensign Ewart should be thinking of something similar, unless he wants to do the one stop. Snorlax back out again on a set of softs. He doesn't have to use the medium tyre because he has already used it in the sprint. He's found himself behind Mrs. Guesty, who's now up and into 5th place. And look at the difference. Snorlax had nearly used his tyres, and there he goes up the inside, and it's all very tidy. I do worry because Snorlax gets carried away, as he did on the first lap, forgetting that his tyres can be slightly cold, and he pushes them a little too hard, but he's done a fantastic job there. And Mrs. Guesty not losing any time, losing a position, but it wasn't a position that really she's racing for, but not losing time over it, which is great. But Madalinsky is there, he's got closer. He was over a second behind. Now he's down to, he's back to a second. She's getting a tow. Thinking fast is Mrs. Guesty, getting a toe off of Snorlax and trying to keep a good distance between the other Lexus. She's in a Lexus sandwich, isn't she? And Ensign Hewitt does go in. He finds that the medium tyre maybe not fast enough today, and he gets shot of it and goes to a 2-stop strategy. Cracking stuff then from Ensign, not losing too much. Snorlax is coming along. This is the battle. He's ahead of the Snorlax. Beautiful stuff from Ensign Hewitt there then. He's beat his man. He was racing. Snorlax looking to get that top 3 again. Homesick Alien made that earlier stop, and he's miles ahead of him now. So strategies are all over the place. I think Matt Psycho here, he's got to be going for a 1-stop. He's a long way off, halfway, and those tyres are pretty torn up. So it's 2 stops all round, I reckon, except for maybe Mrs. Guesty. She does like a 1-stop strategy. But Madelinsky all up and in her business. Similar fuel, similar tyre wear with the medium tyre. And then we have Koi Carp in 8th place. Sorry, I've neglected Koi and Bazza are at the back here, but they distanced themselves somewhat, didn't they? And there's a huge distance between Koi, but Koi hasn't pitted yet with his mediums. Bazza has, so this is where you might see the undercut from Bazza against the Koi, and Koi trying to push hard on those medium tyres, but Bazza on the softs, absolutely planting it every corner, and it might have to be... Oh, Homesick Alien, have I missed something? No, everything as is, isn't it? Ensign came out ahead of Snorlax. Snorlax was nearly 3 seconds behind Ensign, so all good. So yeah, Koi Carp really is... He hasn't pitted as well. He's going to try and go for the overpass and try and let Bazza tear up his tyres, but in the meantime, he's doing 26s, and Bazza has the scope to be doing 24s, possibly 23s if he gets it right. So race on, Garth, between Koi and the Belgian Bullet. Fantastic stuff. Bazza 20 seconds though. He'll cut some of that back, and Koi Carp won't have the pit stop. I can't remember how close they were before they pitted, so I might be talking about nothing. Matt Psycho going around again at the tyres. Pretty warm, but he's got a 24.5 out of that lap. And that'll do, Donkey. That will do. Homesick Alien, 11 seconds ahead of the Harvmeister, who has found himself in the path of Ensign Hewitt, whom pitted from what? 2nd, 3rd place? And he's there ready to take 3rd place back, so nothing lost at all for the Hewitt. Ooh, there's not much room there along the straight, and Ensign Hewitt like taking candy from a baby. Absolutely. There was a little bit in the middle of the corner, but everything's happy, everything's fine. Snorlax, 2 seconds still gap between himself and Ensign Hewitt. Ensign Hewitt getting on with it. Because him and Homesick Alien are on 2 totally different strategies now. And Matt Psycho may be 1 stopping, but he'll be a brave man to try and get those tyres to go another 3 or 4 laps. Brands Hatch, it's those fast corners at the top there he's just got through. They're the ones that catch you out with worn tyres. You need the grip when you turn into them. These slower corners where you brake for them, you lose time. Yeah, there we go, he's going in. Yeah, Brands Hatch is not a track you want to take a risk at with totally used tyres, it has to be said. Homesick Alien, it's about 20 seconds, is it? A pit stop? This is going to be tight, you know. This is going to be tight. And Matt Psycho has not used the medium tyre. He has now. Wow, that was quick, wasn't it? It's a quick pit stop. It's a quick pit stop. I'm surprised anyone will be doing 1-stops. Mrs. Guesty. Doesn't take any time to get some tyres on. So Matt Psycho still 10 seconds in the lead, but he's on the medium tyre, where Homesick Alien now is on the soft tyre. Ensign Hewitt on the soft tyre, 12 seconds behind the Alien, 2 seconds ahead of the Halves. Halves go in, man. It doesn't cost much for a pit stop. You're in a good position. He's just lost position to Snorlax, who is now, he's still 2 seconds to the Hewitt. So, oh, what a beauty. They're fighting it in the championship. Unfortunately, Ensign lost a lot of points to Snorlax in the sprint race, so I think the championship's pretty much done and dusted for these pair, but they're battling on track, and that just makes it absolutely delicious. The Halfmeister is pushing that Beamer as late as he can in the race, but it costs absolutely nothing for a pit stop here. 10 seconds at best. And Mrs. Guesty, she'll be coming for a pit stop soon, and so will Madalinsky. So the Halfmeister, it's got to be worth it, just in case he loses the Beamer and loses everything. But I'm sure he is in the car thinking, sod that thingy-majig. No guts, no glory, is what I say. I'm going on with the dead tyres. And that is your call to make, my friend. Wow, I just had a whole conversation with Harvey, and I've never met him. So Matt Psycho, 11 seconds in the lead of this race. We're on lap 16 of 35. And Homesick Alien looks like he is not going to be too bothered, but he is out of sync with the pit stops. The Halfmeister goes in. He does the right thing. Mrs. Guesty stays out. So does Madalinsky. And it's Koikap in as well. And we were saying about the battle, but it's only, what, 10 seconds of pit stop? So I don't think Bazza is going to have... I mean, we did see that Bazza was quite a way behind Koi at one point. And there you go, Koi. Fresh boots, back out, miles ahead of the Baz. The Baz not having as good a race as he did in the sprints. And Koi now 4.8 seconds behind the half, who's gone to medium tyres. Oh, he did use the softs, didn't he, in the sprint race? So yeah, the Halfmeister having to use a set of mediums, which is unfortunate, with Koi just ahead of him on a new set of softs. And Mrs. Guesty has lost the position to Madalinsky. Madalinsky, he's been following Mrs. Guesty for the longest of times. For the longest time. Oh, for the longest. No, 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 no. Yeah, I know. Don't know where that came from. But yeah, Madalinsky's been following Mrs. Guesty for a while, and now he is ahead. Snorlax 12 seconds ahead of Madalinsky, so it's the battle for fifth here. But is it getting duller? Is it just me, or are the clouds getting greyer and it's looking rather dull? At lap 17 of 35, a little refreshing shower is not to be unknown in Blighty in the UK. Even on a nice hot sunny day, we seem to have a little shower. We have a shower over everything. So Matt Psycho then leads 11 seconds. Just looks hazy where he is. Homesick Alien chasing him down, with Ensign Hewitt in third spot. Snorlax is closing in now. Snorlax starting to zero in on Ensign. Ensign doing a 25-0 last time out. Snorlax doing a 24-8. And it's a race on between the Lexus and the Mazda, which I claimed they looked too much alike for me to be bothered to tell them apart. And now they do look very different, but you know, at a glance, I couldn't be bothered. They just look like boxes on wheels. But the grille on the Lexus is a little nicer than the Mazda's. But Ensign Hewitt at the moment, keeping the Mazda in front, looking for a podium. Mrs. Guesty into the pits. That's one position for the halves, but he has been caught rather swiftly by Koikap on them soft tyres, and the halves having to deal with the medium tyre, which seems to be not a great tyre in this race. It's very dull. It's very dull around Paddock Hill, and there goes Koi on the soft tyres up the inside of Druids, and Harvey are not fighting him for it. He says, I'm not fighting you today, bro. You're going to wear those softs out in the next 6 laps, and I'll be back past you, so I'll see you in 6 laps time, says the Halfmeister. He didn't. Why have I suddenly decided I know what the half is thinking? It's wrong. Matt Psycho then. Because I've got my own Harvey, he's a big 6-foot white rabbit that talks to me. That is a very old reference. God Almighty. That's not. There's a small minority that'll get that one. So Matt Psycho, I think Donnie Darko's overdone it now with the weird rabbit friend. So Matt Psycho leads 12.3 seconds, with Homesick Alien 12.4 seconds ahead of Ensign Hewitt. Oh, my favourite kid just made me a coffee. Wow, well done. I crown you Emperor. Oh, and it's cracking as well. Nice touch. See, there is a reason to have kids. You can use them as little slaves, but you have to bribe them, so it's not slavery, I suppose, because it costs. Well, you can use them as paid help. So Matt Psycho leads from Homesick Alien with Ensign Hewitt. Bit spaced out at the moment, it's got to be said. Snorlax is on a tear in the Lexus, and he's closing in on Ensign Hewitt. Madalinsky hasn't pitted, so hang on a minute. The Hakoi got past halves. He got past halves, and now he's behind the halves. So the halves has seen many changes happen ahead of him. He's waiting for Madalinsky to go in the pits, and Madalinsky's tyres are pretty shot, mate. It isn't worth losing the time, mate. Hello. That's a nice term where it's the south of England. I think it's because he's like Portsmouth is a port, a naval port, so they all call each other mate. I think it's like shipmate, like a navy term, but it's spilled into the city, so they all call each other mate. All right, mate. All right, mate. And I don't know why I said it. I don't usually call people mate. Oh, mate. Where did that come from? I've been around here too long. I better go back up north and soak in a bit of the mud, a bit of the fertilizer, and get me hands back in the cow poo. So Madalinsky then, he's got a worn set of tyres is what I was trying to say. And the Halfmeister is chasing him down with Koikarp 3 seconds behind. How you doing there, Binks? You still with us, mate? He's not feeling well, bless him. He's got I'm sick of work-itis. I've got fancy toys and I'd rather be at home playing with my toys than be at work-itis. Homesick Alien's into the pits at the same time as the Psycho. The Psycho is going to get rid of the medium tyres, and it's going to be softs all the way, baby. Lap 21 of 35. The Alien having a top up this time. Ensign Hewitt stays out. He's still ahead of the Snorlax. What an absolute epic battle between the Mazda and the Lexus. So we are being trekked to here at... Oh, he's having a look. Is a Snorlax. Shall I get on board with him? Why not, eh? Oh, no, not that. Ooh, not that, my friends. So the Alien comes out of the pits in 4th place behind Snorlax and Ensign Hewitt. Matt Psycho stays in the lead after his pit stop. And what a guy. What a guy. Smoking McKipper. He's going to be back for breakfast. And Snorlax then getting a good toe off of Ensign, but it's scary through these corners. It really is. You're not sure who, how, and what they're going to brake like ahead of you. And sometimes if your tyres are in a better state than theirs, you can get through there a lot quicker. It is a lot about the state of your tyres, and it looks like Ensign taking it rather easy through the flying corners. And Snorlax seems happy enough to sit in the way, but Snorlax's tyres are pretty shot as well. And they've got an Alien behind them on an absolutely fresh set of tyres. Ooh, I'm surprised Snorlax didn't fancy that one. He's going to take it around another time up against the big Ensign Hewitt. Big Dan, his tyre's shot as well on that outside, that left tyre, front tyre, and I bet that's Paddock Hill that's done the bulk of that work. So Ensign holding his own up against Snorlax. Snorlax threatening though, threatening and threatening every corner. a threat. Oh, there's a little love kiss there, a little love bump between the Lex and the Maz. And Madalinsky is into the pits. Madalinsky into the pits. The halves back up and in his position again, fifth, with Koikap very close behind. He went past the pits very quick as well. So Koi all over the Rambo. We should watch it. Oh, he's gone past him. I should have gone to it. I had a gut feeling. So Koi gets the move done. Let's see. Might work, might not. So where are we? Here we go. Into paddock. Oh, and I think the halves made a mistake there. I think the halves made a mistake, and that was just easy pickings for Koi, who is now up and into fifth place. Great stuff, great stuff. Now, what was the some action I was just about to cut away from? Snorlax does make his pit stop. Ensign Ewart risks it for a biscuit. Stays out one more, and that could give Snorlax the undertake, I want to say, but it sounds silly, so I don't want to say it. Whatever it is. Matt Psycho 8 seconds ahead of Ensign Ewart, but Ensign Ewart's tyres are tired. Homesick Alien closing in. It was 5 seconds down to 4 seconds. I can't say. I don't know. There may be more pit stops before the end of this race. Seems we've still got a long way to go, baby. We've still got 12 laps. If my math's right, it is. Yeah, 12 laps to go. So there's going to be more pit stops. Pits and more pits here at Brands Hatch. Bring on the pits. I can't get enough pits. Just show me the pits, baby. Get your pits out for the lads. So Matt Psycho leads 9 seconds. Ensign Ewart in second place, 3.5 seconds ahead of Homesick Alien, but Homesick Alien's on a fresh set of racing soft tyres as Ensign Ewart nurses a very old set, with Snorlax also going to a brand new spanking set, and he's only 7 seconds behind the Alien. And Ensign Ewart's going to be in trouble here if he stays out too long, losing too much time. Koikap on a tear at the moment, is racing softs in prime condition. As Ensign Ewart pits, can he get out ahead of Snorlax? Snorlax coming up along the straight. He's had a lap extra on those soft tyres, and Ensign Ewart there still, he's having a bit of a top up. How much fuel do you need to get to the end? And Snorlax easily through, and the battle not as tight as you would have thought. And yeah, he's put the same amount of fuel in, so Snorlax absolutely planted that outlap. And Ensign Ewart lost a way bit of time with those old soft tyres, it seems. The Alien then, 13 seconds adrift of Matt Psycho, but Matt Psycho donning a set of softs and probably driving. I don't like to say he's driving to the end. He possibly isn't. Oh, I really want that coffee, but it's hot. The Harbmeister is in. He's had enough of those mediums, obviously. He says, sod the mediums, I'm going for some softs, I want to go racing. The Bazza, slowly getting on with it. He's caught up Madalinsky, who has pitted, put a new set of softs on, and found himself just ahead of the Baz, who's on an old set of softs. Now remember, Baz was a late bloomer in the sprint race and came from nowhere. And it looks like he's going to try and do the same thing. He's got to be too far behind Koi, though. He was about 10 seconds. Look, Koi is miles ahead of him. So Koi, not much chance of catching Ensign, who's come out of the pits, fresh tyres, a lap newer than Snorlax's, but I don't think that'll make any difference come the end of the race. And Snorlax is absolutely chugging it along, but is he going to catch the Alien? The Alien did a 25.1 last time out. Snorlax did a 24.8, 0.3 faster. Could be close. Could be close. And Ensign Ewart losing touch with the Lexus, but he's going faster than he has gone before in that Mazda. So it's not for a want of trying. He's got himself out there, and he's got a can-do attitude, and that's what we like to see. 0.2 up on his fastest lap. And he's pushing on. Koikap 18 seconds behind him, with the Baz ahead of Madalinsky now. Was that how it was just now? Yeah, he was. Yeah, because he's got a shaggy set of tyres on him, and Madalinsky's on a fresh set of softs, and he's going to close in and get that position quite rapidly, unless Bazza takes that car in and gets a new set of boots for it, which it doesn't look like he's nowhere near the pit lane yet. But Madalinsky, he said he wants to fight the Baz, didn't he? And look, he's getting his wishes do come true here at the virtual race. It's a Christmas miracle, ladies and gents. Madalinsky, not like 37 minutes ago, put in the chat, I was hoping for a battle with Baz, but he's killing it tonight. And there we go. Look, Madalinsky and the Baz are having a duke. The Halfmeister has gone in, put those softs on. He's 18 seconds behind Madalinsky. And can Madalinsky make those tyres last all the way to the hen? Mrs. Guesty in 9th. She put the softs on. She's just been lapped by the leader. I don't know what's happened to her. She's put the mediums on. She's only had a little short stint on the mediums and gone back in for a set of softs. No one enjoying medium tyres today and not doing very long stints on them. Matt Psycho leads. Oh, someone else has just pitted. Was it the Baz? It was the Baz, and he's back out ahead of the halves. So that's not worked out well for Harvey. I thought he was going to be on the Baz. It's 12 seconds, and he's going to have a lap put on him by the Peugeot. And Mrs. Guesty some 19 seconds behind. Oh, she's parked up for some reason. And she's done. Oh my. You don't often see that. What a shame. What a shame. What a shame, Mrs. Guesty. Thank you for taking part in the championship. It's been great having you on board. Hope to see you sign up for another one soon. So Matt Psycho then puts a lap on the Halfmeister with Homesick Alien in second place. Those clouds are looming, but we are late in the day now for the rain to start affecting play. I think it's quite a gap. Koikart pitting. Oh, for fuel, which it's 10-second pit stop, but with fuel it'll be longer. Madalinsky might be closer than he expected. The Baz is only 6 seconds behind him as well, so this could turn into a little juicy battle. Madalinsky is through and up ahead. Koikart, I thought the Baz was only 6 seconds behind him. So Bazza, he's only 3 seconds behind Koi. Koi's gone to the soft tyre now. And Madalinsky is ahead in 5th place, looking for a good finish from Madalinsky here. It's a tough one though. Koikart is a tough cookie, and he's got fresher tyres, only a couple of laps fresher. So Koikart then on the attack, and it's the Lexus. Oh, Snorlax in as what? That's crazy. What's he doing? Not enough fuel, maybe? His tyres are fresh, bruv. So Matt Psycho, this is weird. He didn't put fuel in either. He didn't put fuel in. He just wanted a set of tyres for the end of the race, maybe? Maybe he had a slow puncture. Shall we just make something like that up? He's really role-playing the game, and in his mind he had a puncture. So he went in to get a fresh set of tyres. I don't know, that was odd. That's oddness. But it does put Ensign up ahead again. Kaylin in the chat saying, keep it up, guys. It's been fantastic. Fantastic championship as the Stcc. So Matt Psycho leads by 18 seconds, 17 seconds. Homesick Alien in second. Ensign in third, but only just, with Snorlax getting that late pit stop in. I'm saying James Stewart with Harvey. I miss someone. Oh, man, Snorlax on them cold tyres. He does push it on those outlaps, does Snorlax. And oh yeah, James Stewart. Yeah, sorry, yeah, with Harvey. Yeah, Mama Sykes got the reference. Well done. When I said I've got a 6-foot white rabbit friend earlier. called Harvey. It's a super film. It really is a cracking film. It makes no sense, but it's fantastic. So Matt Psycho in the lead with Homesick Alien, in second place with Ensign Ure in third. Although this time of year, if you're going to watch a James Stewart film, you've got to watch It's a Wonderful Life, the ultimate Christmas film. Slightly ahead of Die Hard, possibly. So Matt Psycho, 17.7 seconds ahead of Homesick Alien, with Ensign Ure at 13.7 seconds adrift of the Alien, but he's in his own personal hell, fighting the Snorlax for that final podium. And come the end of the race, Snorlax's tyres are going to be pretty, and Ensign's may not. So Snorlax, that short stop may have been a touch of genius from him. He might be thinking of the long game, and he may have been quite a way ahead of Ensign Ure, but Ensign Ure did have the fresher tyres of the two, so he's decided he's going to level the playing fields and go on the attack. Beautiful stuff. Madalinsky at the moment having the drive of the season for himself. I don't know if he's had a higher position than fifth, possibly, but for me at this moment in time, I am mucho respecto to the Madalinsky, because he is killing it in that Lexus. He's 2 seconds ahead of Coy though, and Coy is on a push. And I said he's a tough cookie when it comes to brands, and he's done a 26.6, and Madalinsky doing a 26.0. So Madalinsky smashing it out of the park. The Polish pilot is absolutely owning it. Better than I'm owning the English vocabulary, it would seem. Polish pilot. I got it right then. I was trying not to. What did I say? Polish pilot? I don't know. Kuykart then 1.8 seconds behind Madalinsky. The Baz only 2.9 seconds behind them. It's anyone's game at this point. The Halfmeister was having an absolute cracker. It looked like the mediums killed his race off for some reason. And that is a darn shame, because he was absolutely killing it up in fourth for the first half of this race. And Matt Psycho, lap 31, it gets gloomier and gloomier as the laps go on, and it looks like it's going to absolutely throw it down when the race is finished. Thank you, PD, for the randomness. So Matt Psycho then, 4 laps remaining. He's 19 seconds ahead of Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien's 13 seconds ahead of Ensign Ure. The biggest battle is Snorlax and Ensign Ure going to go at it all the way for that final podium position. And we've got Kuykart catching up with Madalinsky. And if Madalinsky can make that Lexus slightly wider, a 25.7 last time out from Coy. So Coy starting to turn up the pressure gauge on the Polish pilot, and the Baz was closer than that. It looks like he's lost a bit of time. Interesting. But yet Coy and Snorlax both battling it out there, and Coy slightly closer at this point of the race, and the Lexus starting to look a little troublesome for Madalinsky. That front left tyre again is a pain in the buttski. 26.0 for Madalinsky, and 25.0 for Kuykart. So the Mazda at the moment absolutely chugging on, and Kuykart on the fresher tyres. Snorlax meanwhile is down to 0.8 between himself and Ensign Ure. Ensign Ure also stressing about the tyre wear in that car. Paddock Hill Bend really is destroying it for some guys out there, and Snorlax closing in as Kuykart does as well. 0.2 between the two of them, and this is good for Bazza though. If Madalinsky just drove straight off the track, lost all kind of grip, and the Baz gets a position as well, and poor old Madalinsky, unbelievable stuff. He either missed his braking or just found no grip when he went to brake. Snorlax flicking the purples up on the screen, and that is the stress that Ensign Ure is having to live with right now. Although Ensign going faster than he's gone before, And it's close stuff between Ensign and Snorlax. What an absolute glorious finish to the end of an absolutely glorious championship. The Stcc. 2 thumbs up, please. Because what a cracking season it's been. Oh, again, another bash. And Snorlax is just wanting to go faster than Ensign is willing to go. And Ensign just trying to get on with his race and says, will you leave my back end alone, man? Brake earlier. And Snorlax says, I can't bring myself to brake earlier. I need to get past you. Is the alien got a pit again? I don't think. See, I don't know if Snorlax is fancying that he wants to get past Ensign to go at the alien, or in case the alien makes a pit stop. But I don't think the alien there, with 2 laps to go, no chance of the alien making a pit stop, and he's doing 25s. So the Snorlax has got no chance of catching the alien up. It's just that final podium position he's fighting for. He just seems to be very eager. And with Ensign tyres dying on the vine, it's going to get tougher and tougher for him to keep ahead of Snorlax. Koikarp. And we saw that battle develop and end. Madalinsky though coming back at. He's got to yield to the leader though, who's just starting lap 34. And Homesick Alien also going by the Halfmeister. Snorlax then side by side with Ensign holding on to that inside line, but now Snorlax has got the inside line, the better tyres, the better brakes, and the Snorlax gets himself up and into 3rd place. And Ensign still on him though. He's still on him with 2 laps to go. And Snorlax, did he make a mistake out of that final corner? Because Ensign has definitely come back at him. But Ensign tyres are struggling out there, as Snorlax has got a fresh set on his Lexus. But Ensign absolutely pushing it for every single ounce that he's got. Snorlax's fuel's starting to flash. I don't know if that's a bit early or not. Matt Psycho's is flashing, but he has only got 1 more lap to go after this. Homesick Alien also on. He's not quite even on his final lap yet. That's how far ahead. Oh well, no, sorry, Matt Psycho's not even on his final lap yet. He's come across Madalinsky though, so Madalinsky will have to yield as well. He's ahead of the Baz for some reason. Madalinsky was catching up the Baz, wasn't he? Oh, I've missed something. I've missed something there, and now the Peugeot is on the lead on the final lap, with Homesick Alien in 2nd place, just about to cross the line to start his final lap. And Snorlax ahead of Ensign with 1 more lap to go as they head up to the final corner. And you've got to say, Snorlax's tyres are in a great position right now, which gives Ensign a little bit of a worrying final lap. He's going to be hard to attack him, but he's going to give it a good go as he clips the grass in Paddock Hill Bend, heading up to Druids. Koikarp in 5th, pretty safe, 10 seconds ahead of Madalinsky, who's 3 seconds ahead of Bazza, and I think that's going to extend because it looks like Bazza has had another excursion. And the Halfmeister 20 seconds behind him. So Matt Psycho, whereabouts are we? We're just coming up. I missed him crossing the line the first race. I'm not missing it the 2nd race. So here we are then. The Peugeot has been the ultimate machine. Matt Psycho has been the ultimate pilot. It has been a cracking season, and he is a worthy champion. Well done, Matt Psycho. Great win. And then, Madalinsky will be next to cross the line. Madalinsky, great drive for 6th place. And the Baz is a little further back, so Homesick might be the next. Hang on. No, Baz is going to be the next. Bazza crawling to the line in 7th. Is he letting... and there goes Homesick Alien then for 2nd place. Is he waiting for the halves or something? So Snorlax coming around. There's going to be some other people. There's the Halfmeister. And I think the Baz was... nearly drove through him. Halves finishing in 7th. Bazza in last. Snorlax in 3rd. Take a boo, my son. Ensign in 4th. And Koikap getting that 5th place. Ooh. And I've got to say, on Mrs. Guesty's behalf, she's not come through a starter wheel. I think she has to use Mr. Guesty's like ultimate super Fanatec bloody rip your arms off. She'd probably be better. Go and buy yourself a G29 duck. They're a lot more subtle, more fun. So there we go. Koikap grabs himself 5th place. Super stuff. Brilliant drive from everyone. And there's Matt Psycho. What a season. And we get to see his hiney again. Always a pleasure. There you go. Look at that. Rough. So there we go. Car number 16.
Doesn't get any better than that, Matthew. Well done. Great racing, guys. Thank you, guys, for super racing. Thank you, Thingy Fate Cones. Happy chapter. Cheers, HS and Thingy.
So in the chat we have Mama Sykes saying, doesn't get any better than that, Matthew. Well done. Great racing, guys. Thank you, guys, for super racing. Thank you, Thingy. Great comms. Happy Christmas, everyone. Take care. And Matt Psycho saying, cheers, HS and Thingy. HS is homesick. So Matt Psycho taking all the platitudes. He got the pole, he got 2 wins and the fastest lap. And a great season had by Peugeot and Matt Psycho. Homesick Alien coming home in 2nd in the Hyundai Genesis. And a great season for himself as well, with a couple of wins in a season where it was going to be tough to get wins. Snorlax in 3rd. What a drive. What a drive. I thought he was crazy going into the pits, but it paid off for him, and he got a podium in the end, although he was in 3rd. It looked like he gave up the podium, but he got the podium back. So a great drive for Snorlax. A great season as well. He's been very entertaining. Ensign Ewer in 4th place. Again, they've all had great drives. They've all done their part to keep this championship very entertaining. Koikap in 5th. Madalinsky in 6th place, with the Halfmeister in 7th. Bazza in 8th. It didn't even count Mrs. Guesty, surely. And there we go, Mrs. Guesty. So she'll get some points at least. And Matt Psycho saying a great season. It was. So, yeah, nothing on the horizon. I've got replays. You never know, I might pop up. But, I don't know. I'm a busy man at the moment. Christmas is very busy. So, but I've got replays of the Formula GP, so you never know. There might be something. But on paper, in Discord, I mean, there are no plans. So this could be the last stream, live stream at least. So thank you guys for all your likes, and those that participate in the comments, and those that just watch, just sit in the background and watch eerily. From all of us at the Virtual Racers Club, we thank you for being a part of it. It's just a bit of a fun thing that we do. Some grown-ass men that should have better things to do with ourselves, playing computer games and creating races for other people, grown-ass men and women, to play computer games. It's a bit of fantasy, a bit of fun. And I said, and girls, Mr. Psycho. I'm sure I said and girls. I want to listen to it back. Coldplay suck. So, yeah, so it's a bit of fun for everyone, and just a huge thank you from all the admin for whatever part you've played. Cheers for comms. Oh, bless you. For whatever parts you've played in the whole year. It's been great. We've had laughs, we've had tears, we've had ups, we've had downs. They do now.
Cheers, VRC admins.
And VRC admins, yeah, there you go. So Matt Sarko saying hello and thank you to everyone. So yeah, just in case there is no other big message to you guys, it's just want you to all know that we all love you very much, and hopefully more racing in the more and lots of new racing in the new year, lots of it. I think we're going to hit the ground running. I'm going to make an announcement now, and the admins are going to have to scramble. WRX challenge. That's the challenge. Someone's got to put WRX on. Just because I saw Skyjacker come up, I wanted him to go, oh no. Yes, so yes, plenty of racing in the new year. Watch this space. The Car of the Star will be back soon as well. It's just, you know, I needed a rest from the green hell. That track can get a little bit... I might change the track, I'm not sure. It starts grating after a while. And Homesick Aliens sending Skyjacker some love. We all miss you, Skyjacker, you arse. On that note, I was your broadcaster and your commentator, Anita BJ. And check us out at the Virtual Racers Club. There's all in the links and stuff on YouTube. You can find us. Come and say hello in the Discord. Get you signed up to any races that we may have on the horizons. No, you don't, lols. And I'll see you soon. I never like to say goodbye. Look at me hanging it out. I don't know how to say goodbye properly. So I will just drop a peace and love. Peace and love.
Why?
Shove it up your bum, Skyjacker.